All right, now let's talk about putting all the pieces together. Now, if you watched the previous videos, then you already know how to approach the problem and opportunity story. You know how to convey the urgency and how to customize your message to fit a different target market. Now, depending on your audience and context, you get to decide if you want 1 slide, 2 slides, or 3 slides. Really, there's no wrong or right way. You get to adjust the content based on the context of the conversation. Now, in terms of tips, I would say focus on describing the problem. This is very important. Learn how to convey the problem that you are solving. And the better you get at that story, the easier you'll find to convey that story to others in all different scenarios, and the easier it'll be for people who need your solutions to come to you. Now, if you're not sure how to describe that story, I would say ask existing clients for feedback. So if you already have people who bought from you, then ask them what is the problem they're facing and use the words that they use to describe the problem. And if you don't have any clients or customers yet, then look for people who are facing the problem that you can solve and see what stories and words they're using and use their story to create your problem opportunity story. And the last tip here I would share is be prepared to change your target market, because you might think when you're starting that this is your market, and then you might find out that there's actually other people who need your solutions more. And this is something I faced with in my own business and also for many of my client businesses when we're working on their slides. So be prepared to make changes. This is right now your starter pitch deck, your starter storyboard. That story can evolve as you get more market feedback. And once again, remember, what you share will depend on who you're talking to. Investors need more overview on the investment opportunity and why you personally care. They want to know why you care because they want to know that if they give you the money, you're going to stick around to solve that problem. And if you care, then you're going to do whatever it takes to solve that problem. But if you don't care, you're just there for the money, then you might lose interest if there is no money in the opportunity. Or you might not put as much effort. And of course, the market just wants to know that you care. The better you get at describing their problem, the more likely they will ask you for a solution. And your team needs to know everything. Now, if you want them to help you create better solutions, create better communication tools, or create better customer support, then they need to know what problem it is that they're solving. They need to live that story and understand it so that they can also help the clients as well. Now, in many cases, and I get that from clients telling me, will say, HWAYDA, well, we're not solving a problem. I'm not solving a problem. I'm just creating, fun, experience, entertainment. And my answer to that is, if you take a closer look at this slide, you will notice that you are actually solving a problem, because you're helping people go from their current state, their status quo, into a desired outcome. Now, desired outcome could be something just fun. And so you could be helping them with the convenience. You're making it easier for them to go to point B. Or you could be giving them that experience, or you could be giving them their connections or the information they need to go to that state. So in a way, you are actually solving a problem, even if you think you are not. Now, your action items for this section really is to come up with the problem slide. So start with one slide right now. Keep it very high level. Keep it simple. It doesn't need to be fancy or focus on the design. Just jot down these answers, even if you have bullet points, just like this. What is the problem that you are solving? Who is facing this problem? Just fill in these questions. Why is it important to solve this problem? Why is this matter urgent? And then the last question is, why do you personally care about solving these problems? Now, just jot them down, and if you're not sure how to reorganize them, that's okay. You can come back to the slide later and work on it. But for now, just keep it a high level and answer these 5 questions. And as you finish all the videos, you'll find it much easier to fill all of the slides and create better stories. Now, once again, I created this checklist for you so that you are mindful who you share these slides with. Now, of course, your teams will need everything. They will need all the details to help you deliver that service and create the solution. The investors might need more information on the investment opportunities and the market and the story. And of course, the general market, the buyer, they just want to know that you understand what they're going through. So it's just more about high-level stories when you're talking to your market. Now, in the next section, we're going to be talking about solutions and how to present your solutions in the pitch deck. So go ahead, finish what you need to do in this segment, and I'll see you in the next section where we start talking about solutions. See you in the next video.